Hi Sagittarius, this is Aqua Moonlight. Thank you so much for tuning back in, or welcome if you are new here. So we're going to go ahead and do a reading for you. This is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Jupiter. And we're going to see what Spirit wants you to know. This could be about your spiritual path, your spiritual journey, career, love, guidance, advice, whatever they want to bring up here. We're going to go with that. So just take what fits with you. And if you do enjoy this reading, please consider hitting the like button below this video. It really helps the channel so much and helps me to connect to your energy and helps other people to find it. So thank you. All right, so Sagittarius, what messages do we have for you? Sagittarius, what messages do we have for you? We have the Stag, trust and thrive. So I'm getting a strong energy about clearance in your life right now. So almost like if you're taking up the branches that have fallen after a storm and you can be able to drive through that road. There's something coming up about that here for you. It feels like I'm also getting this energy here. I'm not sure if we had an eclipse that we had recently, but I'm being shown an eclipse. We have the Hermit, retreat, and recharge. And I do feel for a lot of you though, this could be a time for you, Sagittarius, where you have been spending quite a bit of time alone. Maybe you have been meditating a lot, reflecting a lot. I'm hearing that you've been gathering yourself or gathering your bearings. So you may have been doing this. If you haven't, and if you feel called to spend time alone, that could be a message for you. But I think the balance with the Stag and the Hermit tells me more about how you could be coming out of that and how you are ready to face or tackle life again, or you're ready to face something coming in here, which feels positive to me. But it feels like with the eclipse I had seen and the Hermit, you know, this can be kind of like almost like the void or the eclipse of the mind, of the soul, in a way, where you may have been, it's just like I'm getting a very restless or scattered energy for you, which I do feel is mainly passing energy. Unless you're currently in that, then that could resonate with right now. But I'm just getting this very like scattered energy for you, where you need to make sure that you withdraw that energy within, which I feel, again, for most of you, you've probably been doing that. But I definitely feel like if you are in a situation right now that you're trying to find an anchor, you know, you're trying to anchor somewhere, you're trying to feel supported, you're trying to feel grounded, that can definitely be one way where you're kind of readjusting and re-supporting yourself. Okay, maybe this is about a location, a home, a career, a job, something about the anchor, like you are needing to feel anchored to thrive fully. Star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Yeah, and I think that for a lot of you, again, I get this like preparation. So maybe unknowingly, you've been preparing for something. You've been preparing for the journey that kind of feels like you it's really interesting because I'm getting such a still energy for you though, like silence, stillness. So again, if you're not there right now, this could be advice coming up from Spirit to drop into stillness, because it seems like you're seeing something here pretty clearly. I'm getting like maybe for some of you, you were in rose-colored glasses, or you were maybe even not seeing a situation around you completely clearly. And it's like I'm getting, as you enter into the void and as you silence your mind, you kind of connect to the stars, you connect to your soul's essence, you connect to a greater vision, sort of. So this could be a very spiritual time for some of you, but also this won't be for everyone. This is for someone very specific. If you've been having any medical problems or health issues, one way to alleviate the symptoms or to help you is if you do meditate and visualize yourself healing, visualize yourself better and well, because there's something about as you, like, it all starts within. For you, it's like inward creates the outward, or for everybody, but for you right now especially, this stag is representative more of your reality and what you're capable of. It's like there's a balance between the masculine and feminine. So that's just for somebody. And even if you're not having health issues, there's still a feeling of like everything you need is within you. We have the magic guardian, unlock the magic within. Yeah, and at the bottom we have the seer. See, there's something very inwardly focused for you, Sagittarius. And I'm getting some of you have, again, felt distracted, maybe even quite literally you felt distracted from a project you've been working on. You felt distracted about even like your own truth, you know. So for example, maybe you knew something all along, or you knew the truth, but other people may have swayed that, or other people may have diverted that truth from being what you were claiming as your reality. So I feel like there's something about having to make sure that the energy that you're searching for is coming from within, is the main message coming through here. But that can be applied practically even too. You know, if you've been trying to focus at work, or if you've been trying to focus on a project, there's definitely a sense of clear, cancel, release. You know, it's like I'm getting white noise too. That could be something, maybe some of you want to listen to that to focus. White noise. It's like I'm getting, again, a lot of you may have been searching for your path for a while. You've been searching for something. You've been trying to figure out who am I maybe, or where am I going next? And I do feel like there's also this sense, maybe some of you are working on your solar plexus too. We have the Eight of Pentacles. There's something about your confidence, like increasing your confidence, or feeling, preparing for something. I keep getting preparing. Maybe you're preparing for some big event for some of you, or you're just preparing like for the rewards I'm hearing. I definitely feel for some of you though, Sagittarius, you've been on a path that, I think this came up for Pisces too and a few other signs, but for you, it's like you've been kind of on a path where, again, it kind of felt like you were always falling off the path, or you were always finding it hard to find your path. And it feels like there's actually been kind of like the example I could use, I guess, is when you finally find either what you're here to do, or when you finally fully step into your power with this Eight of Pentacles, especially work related, I feel, you're gonna sort of realize why the other paths were never truly working out for you, if that makes sense. Like there's one specific path for a lot of you that feels like it can give you the most abundance or success, but you may have been searching so much for those things in other paths, if that makes sense. And I'm also getting to, if you are somebody who already knows what this is, like if, for example, if you feel like, I know this is what I want to do, try to be kind of silent about it. I feel like it's best to keep it within yourself right now. Five of Pentacles. Yeah. So you've been sort of feeling that I'm just getting kind of a bit of hopeless energy, to be honest. I'm getting kind of a feeling of being constantly even rejected. Maybe some of you are a musician or an artist and you felt like you kept putting your work out there and it was rejected, or you never got chosen for the act or for the something like that. I'm getting here for some of you, but it does feel like you just keep pushing forward. It's like you're very strong. The Eight of Cups. For some of you, this won't be for all of you, but for some of you, maybe you were not giving your all, truly. Maybe you were not giving all of your effort. And again, maybe that's because those paths for you were not really what you truly wanted from your soul. Could even be about a relationship if you apply it that way. There's just a feeling of like maybe you did not give everything that you could have given to this certain thing to thrive, to be successful. But it does feel like maybe it's probably because something was missing. So if you feel like something, you just keep trying to make something happen, or you keep trying to push forward because you maybe are settling or something like that. I feel like they want you to know that if it doesn't feel right, go back within. If it doesn't feel correct for you, it's maybe because you're either not ready for it right now, or because it's not the path for you. There's something more that your soul, follow the voice of your soul, wants you to follow. Or maybe, again, a relationship. Maybe you feel like I'm just not happy here, but you're staying there anyway. Yeah, 10 of Wands. I'm getting this energy of feeling like nobody is hearing you out. I don't know if maybe this is something specific, like you've told a friend or even a partner, or you've told somebody about your struggles and it felt like you're alone in this, like your soul is the only one with the here. It's like you are the one who knows the truth, and maybe nobody else is really following that. That's why I said for some of you, I won't be for everyone, but for some of you, if you have certain ideas or gifts here, keep them to yourself, especially right now. Keep them to yourself. Don't feel like you have to tell everybody about it, because it feels like you definitely are somebody who walks the path alone, or most recently, you may need to walk kind of the path alone here. 10 of Swords. Wow. So yeah, it probably is a bit of a hard time for some of you. The High Priestess at the bottom. But also they're telling me that I'm getting the Frog come up for you, which for me, the frog is very cleansing. You know, it kind of like absorbs water through the skin. So even water can be healing for you right now. But there's a sense of allowing the shower, you know, allowing the water to, you could even do this in the shower, but allow it to kind of wash over you, allow it to cleanse you. And I definitely feel for some of you, maybe you want to consider sort of opening your crown chakra a bit more and really connecting to asking your guides directly, like, especially for those of you who feel a bit lost, like, who am I, or what am I here to do? But it can also just be for guidance, you know, asking for guidance. But I keep getting the same thing. It's like trying to fit a square into a circle. You know, it doesn't fit. So and again, they're pointing back to that anchor. It feels like you have to have an anchor right now. I don't know if that's a support system. I'm not sure if that's some type of therapy, if it's something that you just love to do with 8 of Pentacles. Like if you get lost in like your artwork or something, it's like find a way to anchor yourself, because it feels like some of you have definitely, you're in this lost period right now, or you have been in it recently. Again, I keep getting, maybe there's a fear of rejection. If I were to do this, or if I were to say this to somebody, I may get rejected. But I do feel for some of you, it's the only reason, if you have been struggling in your life, especially financially maybe, one of the only reasons is because you haven't truly been staying authentic to yourself. And again, with the High Priestess, there's such an inward focus right now for you. The riddle. Yeah, so maybe you kind of feel like things right now in your life are a riddle. Things feel... For those of you who this is about a relationship, maybe you went through a breakup, or maybe you've ended something and you're wondering, why you're left feeling alone, or you're wondering why this relationship ended. Why did this happen to me? And if that's the case, if you did go through a breakup recently, again, they kind of ask you to go within and ask yourself, what does this breakup or what does this ending teach me about the next steps for me? What does it show me about what more life has to offer me? Because it happened for a reason, or it ended for a reason. And one of the reasons that it could have ended was because, you're pulled to something grander. Definitely self-care is really important right now. So even like taking a bath, I'm hearing, or spending some quality time with yourself, especially for those of you who did end something recently, getting to know yourself again, over again, especially if it was a long time that you were involved with somebody else or kind of lost yourself. It's like spend time getting to know who you really are again, and spend time practicing with the High Priestess the things that truly bring you joy, especially those of you who are very intuitive, or even practicing, witchcraft or something. I'm hearing with this High Priestess, you using the magic of the universe in whatever way that fits for you, using the magic of the universe to dabble into magic again, The Ring and the Judge. Yeah, definitely this is for some of you watching this is about a relationship that you felt like you put in so much work into. You felt like you put in so much effort into this partnership, and it maybe didn't work out, or maybe there's a divorce, or maybe there's an ending. And again, the same kind of thing I mentioned. I feel like this is teaching you something. It could be like a karmic cycle or a karmic relationship, but it's teaching you something that you've been missing, something that you've been trying to put like, it's like you put plastic over it and you didn't ever know what the real reason was, but it was because yeah, again, I don't know how I'm trying to put it into words, kind of like your soul knows the reason for this, for those of you who it could be a breakup, but even if it's like a job, something happened, maybe you got fired or whatever it is, some type of contract, I feel, maybe you haven't really asked your soul why. I hope that makes sense. I know it's kind of like you haven't asked your soul why that was. So your ego might think otherwise, but there's a higher purpose to all of this that I feel if you tune deeply in enough with, you'll see the reason for it. Especially if it was a betrayal, I'm hearing, especially if it was somebody who you really trusted who betrayed you. Somebody who you really, again, gave a lot of effort to. And I'm hearing it, even if that's the case, try not to let that bury you down. Try not to let that take away your future happiness. Try not to, even if it's hard to do that, try to understand the precious nature of your own self and not put it together with somebody else's actions or somebody else's behaviors. The shapeshifter. Yeah, I definitely feel like a lot of you have been in several places at once, or you've been living out different cycles, different relationships maybe, or mixed into, again, with the riddle, something very complex and complicated here. Kind of feels like you've been having different roles for different people, maybe even like you've had to be this person for this person, you've had to be over here, you've had to do this. So for some of you, that's what it is. And it's like, I feel Spirit's asking that you, again, you know, tune into who you are and what you need and what you want. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, and I do feel like you have a lot of support here with this, whatever, when you find whatever this is, whether you've started or not, or if you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe you will find a certain path here soon that you will definitely mainly about your career, or even something that you're going to start in the 3D world. You know, you're going to start to make steps forward to this certain thing. You are definitely very guided towards this thing, very supported with it. And I feel like it's about perseverance. I feel like it's about knowing that you, whatever you set your mind to, you can become, or whatever you set your mind to, you can accomplish. For those of you who have trouble in the workplace or with coworkers, or even family members, like I said, if it's like a feeling of you needing to, again, try not to maybe take their perspective too much, or to make sure that you follow your own calling, even if it feels like they would judge you for it, or even if it feels like they would misunderstand that. It's like the example coming to my mind, I don't know if this is what somebody's going through, but like if you have a certain health issue and everyone's telling you to go down the traditional way of healing it, which is like taking a certain pill or prescription pill, but you want to take the more holistic route and you want to take these herbs instead, but everyone's trying to tell you that that's not going to work, or you're not going to heal that way. Something like that I'm getting. So that's just an example, but unless that's for somebody, but do it your way, basically. Peacock, vibrancy. You were born to shine and inspire. Practice humility to avoid jealousy. Be grateful for life and more good things will come. Be true to yourself and recognize your brilliance. Yeah, so that's also what it is too. Maybe some of you have attracted very jealous people. It doesn't have to be the example I gave, but even something like a certain idea you have and people say, well, that's not going to work out. You're not going to make any money doing that, but it's actually your passion. There's something about like you could attract jealous people, or you may have experienced this in your past. And I think it's mainly about knowing that staying true again to your soul's calling is where the magic happens. And that's what your guides really want you to stay focused on right now. Because I'm getting that if you do follow that certain path, the support that you'll get from Spirit is going to be really unbelievable. Like you're going to find that when you truly dedicate yourself fully to that path, if that's what your heart wants, it'll be like they'll swarm around to make it work for you. But if you scatter it and you kind of don't follow it because you're doubting or because you're worried about, you know, these situations, then it will kind of distract it a bit. We have the Penguin, authentic. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations and just be yourself. Yes. At the bottom, we have the the orca whale, adventure. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. So I love that. That summarizes it. And for those of you, again, who went through a breakup or you feel like you can never find love, I'm just hearing Spirit say there are plenty of fish in the sea. There's plenty of people out there who will completely understand you and vibrate on that same frequency, because you have a very rare energy here. Sagittarius is what's coming up, whoever I'm tapping into. You're very unique. You're very rare. You have something that can feel like kind of a curse at times because of how unique you are. But they are out there. Those people are out there. Those situations are out there. And your happiness is out there. So I hope that this reading could help, Sagittarius. If you feel open to it, definitely let me know how it connected with you, or if it connected with you. I love to hear what you have to say, and it helps me to connect also to your energy for any future readings. So thank you so much, and have a great weekend. Take care, and lots of love.